I cannot believe it, guys. I actually cannot believe it. Vegeta shows off his new transformation in Dragon Ball Daima. Warning, major spoilers here. It's Super Saiyan 3, my guys. Vegeta finally, canonically, has gone Super Saiyan 3. And in all its glory, this is one of the best Super Saiyan 3 fights we've ever seen. This is easily the best Dragon Ball Daima episode we've had to date. Vegeta is absolutely insane. The artistic direction and colors are clear and beautiful. The art is perfect. 10 out of 10 episode. Holy cow, absolutely did not expect this flawlessness out of this Dragon Ball Daima episode. And if you're wondering why Vegeta needed to go Super Saiyan 3 to win this battle, it's because Neva, the Namek, who appears to be the most strongest Namek that ever lived, he's just as crazy, he powered up this Tamagami so that Vegeta could have a good fight, because everybody likes fighting. We also got to see the conclusion of the Majin Buu and Tamagami 1 fight, which was comical and cool at the same time. So we're gonna jump into that, but first let's start off from the beginning of the episode. As we remember from previously, Vegeta was eaten by the giant Kraken at the end of the episode. Goku's worried about him, but we see that Vegeta has escaped on his own, and importantly, he does confirm here that he is also struggling with the child's body. He said nothing about that in the previous episode, like Goku had repeatedly throughout the series. So at least we know Vegeta's feeling the same thing. Maybe he's a little more adjusted because of his gravity chamber training, but in any case, now he has to 1 versus 2. He's got the Kraken beneath him, he's got the Tamagami above him, and he's kind of being forced to power up throughout this episode. Now he blows himself out of the Kraken's mouth, he yawns and gives up and just goes down to sleep, and now we get this insane combat between Vegeta and Tamagami number 2, and it was amazing. I mean, some of the smears and the angular camera movement is just incredible in this series, but most importantly to me is the artistic direction. I definitely want to talk about that a little bit down the road because they're doing such a good job here. Now Majin Buu, we saw he's much stronger than Majin Buu, but he's much more of a bozo like Fat Buu, and he pretty much wants to give up in the fight, starts throwing a temper tantrum because he wants chocolate, and so he spends part of the episode just giving up on fighting and just running away because he needs chocolate in order to fight, and eventually his brother Majin Buu is going to give him some and power him up. But first we're going to go back to Vegeta, back to this high speed, high combat, and Neva is going to power up Tamagami 2 and give him a mini little transformation and kind of color change and a power up so that he'll be stronger than Vegeta again. So in any case, this is the explanation for why Vegeta is struggling in Super Saiyan and Goku didn't. This Tamagami has been powered up. Vegeta here gets hit by this little twirling tornado water thing, and now we're going to go back to Majin Buu, who is running for his life. And I'm not sure if this scene here is supposed to be that important, but at one point Tamagami 1, he smashes the ground and it creates such a powerful earthquake that even King Goma feels it. So are these guys in the first demon realm, or I mean, is the Tamagami that powerful that the whole demon realm can feel it? But look at these animations, dude. Holy cow. Whoever is animating this scene is an actual god. You cannot deny that the animation in Daima is very, very good. Majin Buu's gonna finally bring the chocolate. He's gonna throw one at his big fat brother, and as he eats it, his eyes light up and he gains some sort of supercharge of power, and that allows him to blow out all this smoke like Majin Buu. He sucks it back in and blows out this giant nuclear blast, which almost decimates the Tamagami. Now, I'm going to show you this clip a couple times because I want to get this artistic direction point through to you and why Daima is doing this so good. Look at the amount of chaos going on in this scene. Flashing lights, a character being pushed back, rock, smokes, impact frames, and smears. Yet even with all of that, it's still so clear and easy to digest. That's extremely hard to pull off, and one of the things that they have done better than anything here in Dragon Ball Daima is the artistic direction, the use of clean scenes with just incredible color grading and minimal chaos. Like it makes it very digestible for your eyes. The pacing and combat is basically perfect. You can see everything that's going on, and one of the biggest problems I had with Dragon Ball Super Broly, it was just simply too fast. When Gogeta Gogeta is fighting Broly, it's spinning around on 1 frames, which means 24 pictures a second, and it's just like too much for your brain to digest. You kind of miss all of the art, but here in Dragon Ball Daima, it's much more slowed down, much more easily digestible, and it's very pleasant to watch. I mean, extremely pleasing to the eyes. These scenes are just pretty, like they're just beautiful. And if there's anything else to take away from Daima, it's just artistic beauty. They have really given this series so much love and care, and it shows. Majin Buu is finally going to win the fight. Tamagami 1 is defeated, but first they have to finish the final challenge, the final test, which is usually some sort of comical thing. In this one, they have to add up all these numbers after seeing them sequentially. We learn that Majin Buu is some sort of autistic genius. He was able to add up all those numbers. He doesn't get the credit, but they get the Dragon Ball. And so something happens here where Aransu pretty much denies that Majin Buu did anything here, and so maybe he turns into a good guy later on. Goma and Dagesu are freaking out because they're like, well, at least there's one Dragon Ball left, right? And nope, Vegeta is going after it right now. He gets knocked out, goes underwater, wakes up, and finally begins to unleash his Super Saiyan 3, and the rest is history. So a lot of questions here I know fans are going to be having. Why hasn't Vegeta ever gone Super Saiyan 3 before? Especially if Daima, you know, is before Super, but it's after Z. It's kind of an inferior form. I mean, it is powerful, but it consumes way too much stamina, and Vegeta probably just hasn't really, I guess, ever had a need for it, and that's the explanation. He gets Super Saiyan Blue in Dragon Ball Super, so like, why would he ever have to go Super Saiyan 3 again? Blue is arguably far superior of a form because you have perfect ki control. But it's still incredibly nice fan service. I mean, we've wanted to see this forever. And you know, it's not the adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta that we wanted to see, but it's something. I mean, at least they gave us the action and they made it raw. They knew that this fan service would make fans happy, and so they put in the extra work on the episode, and it really paid off here. This is the best episode of Daima so far. I really have zero complaints. I don't know how you could criticize this episode at all. To me, it was just perfect. I give it a 10 out of 10, and this has restored a little bit of my faith in this series as we're getting deeper into it, and it seems like the fights and the transformations and the animation, everything is picking up now, slowly but surely. But I think as we get to the later half of this series, it's just going to keep getting better and better, so you guys should be watching. So Vegeta wins, the Tamagami heals his weapon. That's interesting. All their weapons are getting broken, and at least we know they can heal them. I think these guys may come in to do something at the end to help everybody beat whoever the real big bad of the series is. Vegeta has to do this silly little math question where, you know, this guy starts off with 15 biscuits and he's giving them out to friends, and how many does he have left? Vegeta somehow gets it right, even though nobody knew the answer, which was 0, and we get the Dragon Ball, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. Oh, also, Vegeta refuses to take a Senzu bean bug, and we have this comical little interaction between Goku and Vegeta where he's like, what, I've seen you eat bugs before? And Vegeta's like, I'm better than that now, I'm reformed. Goku's like, you don't seem reformed, and Vegeta gets pissed off, but it's hilarious. And you see this little interaction between the two of them, and Glorio is watching, and I think this is him having a change of heart. Right now he's working for Aransu, but after all these adventures with his new friends, I think he's going to become a good guy, potentially sacrifice himself to save his friends or something like that. And with that, everybody will go now to get the 3rd Dragon Ball and rescue Dende. But what they don't know is that Aransu and the 2 Majins are in control of that Dragon Ball. So on the next episode, we see Goku being stomped on by a bunch of these giant evil sheep creature things. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but it doesn't look like any transformations. I guess they're going to a new planet or something. We'll find out, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I love this episode. I love Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I need more of that. Hopefully we'll get another episode of it in Daima, and I'll see you guys soon for some more Dragon Ball Daima.